guys, I'm Sam.
I'm Jody.
Welcome back to our channel, Razor Focus. We're so glad you joined us today. And we are so excited. We are how many away?
15!
15 subscribers away from 1,000. So huge milestone for us. Help us get there. Click the subscribe, click the bell, click the like.
Tell your friends, tell your family, just,
Yes, help us to get
make
to 1,000.
extra accounts. I don't know what to do, but get 15 more.
Don't do that, because if you're like me, you can't keep up with them. So just 15 more subscribers. It's a huge milestone for us, and we're just excited about that. So we're so glad you joined us in this cool adventure we call life, and we're just excited. Yeah, very cool.
Okay, guys, so we wanted to upgrade the bus bar. Dun, dun, dun. So we can have extra space for any auxiliary things like the sound bar and light bar and any of those components that will need power. So we want to install this. We've already taken the seat out because you've seen us do that 100 times. And we took off one of the battery terminal cables so that it wouldn't be hot while we're working on it.
Cool, so let's get this thing installed. All right, so here is the bus bar, and the bus bar is the power distribution block, so you don't have to connect everything to your battery. If you remember, as we were doing these things, we were connecting up right here. So we're gonna get I probably need to get a little screwdriver. I didn't think of that until just now. So I can pull these out because my fingers just won't want to do that. So let me get a little screwdriver, and we're gonna go and disconnect these ports. And as you can see, there's only 3 ports, and we're gonna expand that all the way to here so we have more accessory ports. So let's take those off real quick. All right, let's take these off. Now, just got a little screwdriver. You could probably do it with your hands. My hand strength is just not there. But if you look right here, there's a little clip. See that clip? Mm-hmm. And then you just pull it out. And remember, these are weather pack, so they're going to be a little stiff. So we're going to just take those off real quick like. And they are tight in there. They're really close, so it takes a little bit to loosen them. But I'm just raising it and popping out. So these are the 3 things that we've done. And if you remember, one of them is our light bar, one of them is our switch to our winch, yes, and the other one is the USB power. So we're going to go and take those off, and then we're going to unbolt this. So it's a 10mm socket. Now I recommend taking it off the frame first.
It just makes the bolts easier to get to, I would think.
Yeah, you can't, because there's some under here, and they're really hard to access under it. So I'm just going to take this whole thing off for you guys to see. I think it's a lot easier just to do it this way too.
And this is just right under the front hood cowling, the main cowling, the middle.
Yes, we took it off. And you can see why I love this tool.
It makes it so fast.
So again, the battery is disconnected, so we're going to just pop this off here. I got to look at, we got to take this one off. That's the negative ground right here. I don't know if you can kind of see that, Jody. That's the negative, and the positive is under here too. So we're going to go and take those 2 terminals off. I believe they're 10mm, but let's take a look. Yep, just going to get a little deeper socket for that. So let's see here, and see this thing, you can just put it at any angle. All right, so that's the negative connection.
And again, there's no power to it right now because you unhooked the battery.
Yes,
right?
we took the battery off. And that's the positive connection. And then there's one more little connector, so we'll take that off. We got the positive off. Let's see here, let's take those hot ones off, this ground one off. And this is all just done from the factory. We've not messed with this part at all. So that's all from the factory. And then we're going to take this little clip. Let's see here if I can.
Does it pop the same way as the other with the screwdriver?
Yeah, but instead this one goes down right here. See if you can see that. And then just kind of give it a little push.
Oh, yeah.
And these are weather packs a little tight. And now that is off.
So that's the small bus bar, the original one it came with. It had 3
Yeah, it only had 3 accessory ports. So let's go over here to the bench there, and we'll assemble that one on the bench, and then we'll put it back in.
Awesome.
Okay, so really easy. See how I took the frame off? And so now we're going to just take off these 4 little screws here, and we're going to take this off. This has 1, 2, 3 ports, and this new one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ports.
So double.
Doubles it up, as well as and you get your right amperage. Many of you guys have asked on our winch video, why couldn't you just run everything through here? Well, that's only a 25 amp for the whole bar, and it would just burn up the wires because you got, 8 gauge wire versus 16 gauge wire. So on your winch, always run your main power's high consumption to your battery. That really should be the only high consumption thing you have. But if you look here, pull that little plug off there, there is a 25 amp fuse there. And if we look at the other one, we'll pop that off. Oop, just take the whole thing off. And there is a 40 amp fuse there. And the interesting thing about this, Jody, is I don't know why Polaris just didn't do this from the factory, because
To give you the 40.
you're going to, well, just the extra ports. You're going to see here real quick. We're going to just take this out.
And this wasn't very much. I
No,
don't remember it being very expensive.
I got to look, but I'll put the link in the description, because this is on Amazon, and it is a Polaris part.
It's always nice to stick with the same brand when you can afford it.
Yeah, so see, that just comes off, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and just do something here as well while it's out. I'm going to go ahead and take off these little plugs because it's easier while it's out. We know we're going to need 3. So,
Do you want to leave 3 plugs plugged?
yep, I'm going to leave those capped off.
Okay.
And then we'll have these, and these will be available whenever we need them. So,
Now, if you were to take them off, they could get damaged by dirt or
well,
something. Or
they'd
debris.
be exposed, and you get water, mud, whatever. Because when you go through the dirt, it all goes in there in the mud. But if you look, this is the bracket that we took off. This is the new Polaris part. It fits flawlessly in the bolt holes
Woohoo!
that are already there. So it's like, come on, Polaris. They should have put that on from the factory. They should all come with that. So I'm just going to,
I'm trying to see around you. It's difficult.
sorry, my hands there. I'm just going to hand tighten that again. And then I'm just going to put this in the far holes that were not used before, but they are now.
That is so cool that it fits so flawlessly, because it's kind of a pain to have to drill new holes.
Yeah, I mean, this is an easy upgrade.
You don't even have to get under the machine to do this upgrade.
Whoops.
Oops.
And so, see, that's done. So now we'll reconnect the positive and the negative. And it even tells you there, pull that off there. It even tells you battery. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
Battery
Yeah.
plus. And then that little wire we pull out on the side is accessory. So,
Awesome.
when you
So it has it labeled nice.
yeah, so again, it's a Polaris product. So now we're just going to go back over there, put that in, and call that done. So, all right, and see, you can see where it goes right here on the bar. A little dusty there. You got the 3 holes. Super easy. You probably could finagle your way around not taking the rack off, but again, what did it take us? A whole 30 seconds to take the rack off, and so much easier.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go backwards here, and we're going to just slide this right in.
You want to start with the positive and negative there?
Yeah, we want to put the positive and the negative in.
Awesome.
And yeah, I know it's a little tight to see here because the wires are tight from Polaris there. But we're just going to put those in. And let's see if we can get my fingers to be fingers today. And sorry if I'm blocking your view there.
Not much, though. I'm able to see some.
So I'm just going to get it started here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the negative, just because the angle is all it is. Because where it's a tight fit. So see, again, I'm just putting that in there.
Nice, and then you
So
just
just
put
get a
the
couple of
metal
threads on just to tighten it in.
and then tighten it down.
And then just tighten it down. And you don't want to over torque those, and we're going to do the same thing to the pot.
If you over torque it, you could break the stud there.
Probably, and I just wouldn't want to risk that.
Yeah.
And so see, now we'll slide this battery cover. We'll slide that back in there. It's actually probably easier to take this off first. So we can get this all, oh, you know what? Let's put this on first. Put that accessory plug. There we go, plugged in, locked in. Just got to get my fingers, bear with me here. Oh, it does. I thought it slid in between there, which it does not. It just does that.
So it's on.
So it's on. It's just to keep things from touching the positive.
Which is good.
Which is good. Let's put this back on. It'd be easier.
Just kind of slides on and squishes.
Yeah, it just kind of just holds on there like that.
Okay.
We tightened the negative already. So let's go ahead and plug these in, Jody.
Woohoo! That's so fast, honey. He's so amazing.
All right, make sure we get those locked in. This is just a tight fit on these, if you remember.
Yeah, you have to push harder than you think.
Yes. And I always need a little extra help for my fingers.
Did it? I heard it snap.
It clicked, yeah. And so I'm just getting these.
Make sure you put
Actually, you know what I probably should do? Well, that was the one that was there, so I think I moved that over. Yeah, so I'm going to move this, now that I got it on there, I'm going to take it off. We'll move that over one.
Yeah, you want it to where it fits, right?
Come on, get in there. There we go.
I heard it click.
And then I'm going to put this one on. That one clicked easy. And I'm going to put this one on. All clicked.
Nice.
So see, we got 3 more
yeah,
available.
I like that we have 3 available and they're plugged, so that's nice.
And then I'm just going to get that frame screw. And we're going to screw that on.
And you have 3 of those?
And there's just 3, one on each side and one in the middle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super easy project. I recommend everybody to do this because, you know,
There's always an accessory you want to put on. I
well,
mean,
and connecting to your battery is, you know, you have some issues there. You know, if you have all these wires running there, this is just so neat and clean. It works good.
as long as it's not a high draw item.
Yeah, as long as you're not going some crazy high draw item, which the only thing I could think of, again, would be a winch, which you would use the winch just strictly to trigger.
You know, would an air compressor be considered a high draw item? Or?
Yes. So, for
Yeah.
example, we have an ARB air compressor on our truck, and that would be a high draw, and so you would use it for the switch just like we did with the winch.
I was just thinking if you went camping with a Razor and had an air compressor on it to blow up like air mattress or whatever, that'd be cool.
Yes, yes. All right, so let's reconnect the battery real quick and put it back together, and we're done.
Woohoo!
All right, so just tightening up this negative terminal again. We've taken this thing off probably
So
100
many
times.
yeah.
So that's tight, and that's just a little 13 millimeter. And then, of course, the next step is to put the seat back in. And I love that about these machines. The seats are just so easy to get in and out.
Honestly, so many things on here are so easy to do.
It's a great...
That belt that we did, I think, was the hardest thing.
Yeah, that probably was. And I think it was more because I didn't know what I was doing. I think if we had to do it again, we've done it once. And that's why we did it in a controlled environment versus doing it out on the trail when you've never done it before. So
Right. I recommend doing some few maintenance things, like try changing a tire. Try doing all these things
yes.
when you're not on the trail.
Yeah, so let's turn the key. Cool, we've got everything reconnected here. And you can see, we'll give this a moment here to cycle through. We've got our USB, which is connected there. Want to hit the winch button. Sounds like it's working. So everything is connected through. We'll get the hood back on. And again, everything on this little machine is just so fun.
And so easy. It's just really neat to be able to tinker with it and see the results right away.
Yes.
Well, guys, that's it. So it's 10-minute job. Really cool. Nice to get all those extra places for us to put in some auxiliary things. We'll have to consider which light bar we want to put more permanent than we have before.
All right, guys, as you can see, that was a great, easy install and of a necessary part. So make sure you guys get that done. We'll put the link in the description. Not super expensive, and really, everybody needs to have this on their machine. Should have came that way, actually, but well, we got it on, and you can too.
10-minute fix.
We're so glad you joined us. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're so close again. And I pray that you have an amazing and wonderful, blessed every day.
And stay razor focused.